Good morning, my beautiful friends. Amber here from Canadian Fashionista. I'll, of course, be taking over She Blog's Instagram account today, and I have something a little bit different. I know I usually take you guys like fashion shopping or beauty shopping or even like some home decor, but today I'm going to be sharing all my tips on how you can save money if you're looking to book a trip in the upcoming months. I know the weather isn't that great. Some of us are just like inching for spring, and I have a feeling we still have a little ways to go before the warmer weather. So maybe you want to go somewhere tropical, or maybe you have a family and March break is coming up and you're just looking, to have some fun with the fam. Now, I know I'm not a travel agent or an expert in this field, but Derek does have 5 weeks of holidays, and we try to make the most out of that. We usually go away at least like twice, maybe 3 times a year, depending on how busy we are. We usually go away for a minimum of a week, usually 2, just so we can get the most bang for our bucks. So that's kind of my tip number 1, is to plan accordingly. Don't just get suckered into those like 2-3 day travel deals. Try to book at least a solid week. And then my tip number 2 is plan your dates accordingly to like kind of the off season. Again, I know like in the dead of winter, you're looking to go somewhere tropical, or maybe March break, you're looking to get away with the kids, but not only is it going to be incredibly busy wherever you go, it tends to be sometimes like double the cost if you just went like a few weeks later. Take our wedding, for example. I knew I wanted to get married in the Bahamas, wanted to get married at the Sandals Resort, which can be like a little bit pricey, and we had guests, we had like 30 guests coming with us, which were all like paying out of pocket, which can get obviously expensive just to go to a wedding. So we ended up booking for September instead of like the summer months, which we originally planned, and each guest ended up saving $900. That's a huge savings. I know we did take a risk because in September it's hurricane seasons in the islands, but we lucked out. It was beautiful. So yeah, you might be risking a little bit. But you can still have fun in the rain unless it's like destroying areas. So make sure you definitely check out like the off. And speaking of my wedding, that kind of goes into tip number 3. We did end up using a travel agent just because we did have a ton of guests coming with us, and it was kind of a big deal. It's my wedding. I wanted everything to go smoothly, so I just wanted that extra little bit of help. But in reality, I don't want to throw shade at them. You don't really need a travel agent when you are traveling. A lot of it can be done online, and let's face it, if you're going in for a one-on-one consultation, you are paying for that service. So if you can get away with just booking online, if you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for, I highly suggest just checking out online sites and booking that way. And then my 4th tip, if you are booking online, is to go up to this little icon like right here and click it, and then open a new incognito window. It'll just open something like this, and it just means that any site that you're browsing on can't really see what you are doing. So it basically works the same as any other browser. You can just type what you're looking for. So say I was going to look at Expedia. You just click on it, hit enter, and it pulls it up. But basically what that does is, if you're anything like me, you might keep track of flights or like hotels or all-inclusive vacations. Maybe every few days you're just hoping that the price drops. Well, it actually turns out, if you're not on this like special window, this business or Expedia or whatever is keeping track of what you're searching for, and it might be say $100 for a flight, and then a week later you see it for $80, and the more times you search it, they're watching that, and then by like the 2nd or 3rd week, all of a sudden you see the price jump. That's because the business or the website is keeping an eye on what you're doing, and chances are if you've checked the same flight 3 or 4 times, you're probably interested in maybe booking that flight so they can bump it up, knowing that you'll probably end up paying it. And then if you are ready to book, or if you found your destination, I highly recommend waiting till Tuesday afternoon or even Wednesday afternoon. These tend to be the cheapest days just because business people aren't usually flying out mid-week, and also people are less busy on the weekends, so they tend to book their trips, on the Saturday and Sunday when maybe the couples are together looking to book their holidays. Another little tip, once you figure out your destination, is go to your web browser and type in keywords like promo or discount or coupon codes, and then scroll around, because you'd be surprised on how many extra deals you can find. So all-inclusive vacations are still incredibly popular. I know I still love them, partly because you get everything included and it comes with a pretty good rate. All you have to do is pick where you're leaving from, where you want to travel to, your travel dates, how long, how many people, and then you can hit the search. Now everything is included, meaning you get your flight, the hotel, your food, and liquor all at one low price. Back in the day, you could wait as close as 1 week prior to your departure date and get an even lower deal. Now I find, I don't know, in the last few years, it's actually better to book roughly 6 to 8 weeks in advance. I just find those are the lowest. If you wait like 3 or 4 weeks, it usually skyrockets because the airlines get fewer and fewer seats, meaning that they want to get the most bang for their buck, so they up the price on it. Now, as much as I love an all-inclusive package when I'm looking to go to the islands, I actually find it a little more expensive when I book a flight, hotel, and maybe even a car rental on one of those travel sites. If I'm looking to just go to an individual city, maybe New York, Chicago, Las Vegas, I actually usually break it down. So I book my flight first, and then I tend to go to the hotels directly and see what they have to offer, because they will price match other online travel sites, and then I usually book my car last. This isn't always the case, so I do recommend looking for a package deal and just getting an idea of how much everything is. But if I'm traveling within the States, Spirit Airline is actually really good. It's usually really affordable, sometimes like half the price as other airlines. Like, look, they have package deals from like $66 if you can fly out of like Detroit or maybe even Buffalo, so definitely give them a try. And then, like I said, I would go to the hotel directly and look at their prices, and then go online and look at theirs, and maybe go back to the hotel if you find a lower rate and see if they will price match it. So I honestly can't believe I've been rambling on for like 8 minutes. I know stories are supposed to be kind of short. There's my little dog in the background. I don't know, she's come to say hi. Do we need to pull that up a bit? There we go. Do you guys want to know more? Or is this like too overwhelming as it is? Maybe we should do a blog post on it. I can talk to She Blogs about that in the upcoming months. Let me know if you want to hear more, or if we should call it quits for the day.